Yeah, years ago I got myself in a little, really big bit of trouble, a shooting, yeah, really bad shooting, and it really, anyway, cut a long story, so let's not go there, yeah, but I was up for a bad shooting, and goes to court, armed old Bill everywhere, it was like, unbelievable, right, and I had to go to Lambeth. Lambeth in them days used to be a holding place, used to hold you there and send you to prisons, like Brixton, the Ville, Wandsworth, the Scrubs, and all them sort of places, remand places, yeah. So they sent me to Brixton, and you had to go up in them days, my days, it was a cell with a big table, everybody smoking in there, driving yourself mad, you don't smoke. Your beings want to be sick, you've got a bad headache, could be there 3 or 4 hours. You could go in there at 8 o'clock and still be in there at 12 o'clock. And I was pissed off, mate, and opened the door, elite! Went, and they said, all right, mate, come, get whatever you got to get this, get that, and bump, I was gone. Went into the wing, and they put me in a cell with a guy called Howard Marks, yeah? Didn't know it was Howard Marks, went in the cell, and the cell was worse than the cell I just come out of. Smoke everywhere. The windows were open, but smoke everywhere. Little windows, yeah. But he was such a nice geezer. I couldn't really understand him, but he was a nice geezer. Welsh guy. Couldn't understand him, but nice. Got to really like him. Got to really know all about him and what he was up for and what he was in for. And it was proper geezer, man. After a while, they moved me to another wing. I didn't want to go because I was getting everything I wanted. Moved me to a wing. Put me in a cell with a guy called Keith Barry, yeah? Oh, what? I went in and the guy was asleep. And he woke up, I got my dinner, bits and pieces, a bit of food. And they put his on the side, and he woke up, and it's about, 7:30, ate his bit of food, made his bed, and got a book, and started reading the book. And I thought, well, okay. Screw come along, on the door, lights. He went, leave a light, Gov. And I thought, that's how it is. Just have a read, and the Screw's going to come. We're going to get the light off. Mate, he never turned the light off. He had it on all fucking night. And I can't sleep with the light on. It's like doing 24 hours. I want to get my bird done quick. I want the light off and get a kick, not the light on. Anyway, it drove me mad. It's for days and days and days. In the end, I had to get a move out of that cell. It's driving me crazy. And I was a bit bad-tempered as well, yeah. I was only young, bit boisterous, plenty of adrenaline in me, and I was just about to go across the bridge to go to the recess, and I see this geezer, fair-haired, blonde geezer, having a row with 2 guys, and they're pointing and pushing him, yeah, and this guy's having a go at them, you know what I mean, and I stepped in for this guy called Mickey. And I had a fight with one of the guys, done him, knocked him out. The other geezer put his hands out, he didn't want to know. They went, and this Mickey said to me, thanks, mate. And I wanted to talk to him for a bit of time. And he said, you all right? I said, no, I'm a bit pissed off. I said, what's up? He said, I'm in Keith Barry. I know him, yeah. He said, he's up all night reading books, mate. And I'm not into that. I want to get my bird done. He went, come with me. I went, seriously? Yeah, he said, I saw it. Walked into the cell, come back. He said, you're in, boom. And the greatest geezer of respect, this geezer was unbelievable. He had he had cupboards of food, he had it all. And what he did have, I couldn't believe, he had a little telly, only a little one, battery one. The Screws I'd give it him. And this Screw would give it him, he'd give him his place in Magaluf. He'd give him his flat in Magaluf to have. A flat house, and he couldn't, unbelievable, he just loved it, yeah? Because he looked after Mickey all the time, man, give Mickey everything. And Mickey, one day, Mickey said to me, as I went and downstairs to see my brief, I come up after about half an hour, he went, what did you say? I see my brief. He said, that was quick, wasn't it? I said, yeah. He said, he's the worst brief we've ever had, this geezer, mate. He's driving up for a serious charge, He keeps saying to me, could be in trouble here and all that crap, He said, let me sort something out for you, yeah? And he went out to see his brief, and he came back, right? He said, let me try and sort something out for you, right? He went, okay. He said, look, I'm just going to have a visit. He went on a visit, and he came back with a Rolex oyster on his wrist. Oh, and that's a business that was it. He says, I said, it's a Rolex, isn't it? He said, yeah, it's a Rolex. I said, cool, that's a bit expensive. He said, yeah, it costs a few bob. Anyway, we were talking, he said, and he went, anyway, the door opened up. This was like in the afternoon. The door opened up, and it was a visit for me, but it was my solicitor again. I walked out, come back, and I was really pissed off, mate. So pissed off, honestly. And he said to me, look, let me sort something out for you. He went and come back without the Rolex on, and he went, I've changed the brief. I'd give him all the details. I've changed the brief. He changed the brief for me, a guy called Ralph Hymes. The watch was no longer on his wrist, and I suppose whatever, I don't know what happened, but anyway, the screws come to my cell, moved me. I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to be moved. I wanted to stay with Mickey. Television, everything I wanted, but I gave Mickey my address and everything, phone number of my mum, everything. So I moved to another cell, but I was only in the cell for 2 days, and I got shipped out to Stratton Police Station. And whilst I was in there, Stratton Police put me in a big cell, holding cell, massive, put about 8 people in there, yeah. But I went up with a serious charge. He got me Ralph Hymes, the solicitor, and Ralph Hymes. He was the best brief you could have, He was so corrupt, it was unbelievable, old Bill. He had everything. He had old Bill straightened out. He was a proper solicitor. Ralph Hymes, the bollocks, mate. Best brief, best anything you wanted, you get with him. You know what I mean? The best QCs, the best barristers. He sorted your judges out. He was the number one. So I go to the police station. They put me in a cell with a few people. And this guy keeps looking at me, and in the end, this guy walks over to the door, hits the door, old Bill come to the door, talk to him, open the door, let him out, yeah? Illy! Opens the flat. Illy! Goes to the flat. He said, 1 minute, let's have a chat. He said, come out here, open the thing. He said, you've just been ID'd. I said, what? He said, you've just been ID'd. ID'd with what? The man that's done this and that and the other. I said, don't talk stupid, mate. I had no ID. He said, well, someone's just ID'd you. Right? It's old Bill in the room. I went mad. So all of a sudden, visit, Illy, visit, right? And I goes to the thing, it's Ralph Hymes. I told him what happened. He went fucking mad. He went crazy. It's like he owned the police station. He went mad. Could hear him shouting, screaming, going absolutely potty, right? And it made it even worse that when I walked from the police station to the car, going back to Brixton, the guy on the way said, "Oh, you've been ID'd again." Ralph Hymes, mate, he went absolutely potty. You could see that he was going mad, And he said, don't worry, go back, I'll sort it out, yeah? So I went back, I was in another cell, but went up to see Mickey, and I said, Mickey, mate, thank you so much. I told him everything happened. He said, they'll sort it out for you, mate. Don't worry, we'll sort it. But I couldn't believe it, right? This geezer, all of a sudden, geezer come to see me, this girl come to see me. You got a visit, it's Ralph Hymes. He went, listen, I can't believe what's gone on. He said, I can't believe it. I'm going back to court for you, yeah? I'm going back to court about this, that, and the other. He said, you could have some good news, yeah? And I go, I can't believe it, you know what I mean? This geezer's mustard, mate. Open my cell door with the screws. Get your gear, Petty, going home. Get your gear, Petty, going home. Just been ID twice. You're going home. They tried. This Ralph Hymes was the best solicitor ever. This geezer had police everywhere. He had judges, barristers, he had them all. He had everything. Ralph Hymes, yeah. He was the best barrister. He was the best solicitor anybody could ever have. I bet there's people out there going to say, yeah, remember Ralph, yeah? But he passed away, love his heart, mate, Ralph. He was the top. Anybody that was anybody had him. Let's give Mickey my address. And then I got a big bit of bird, you know, and not for that, for something else. And yeah, when I eventually come out and I was at Lucky's, bird came up. He said, "You Ray Hill?" I said, "Yeah, bump, here you are. Mickey wants to see you." And I went to Bootleggers and see him. Yeah. Anyway, Bang Ray Hill. Bye bye. No, it was not Bootleggers. Yes, it was Bootleggers. Yeah, but sorry. Yeah, that's right.